Today we're looking at cities that have more jobs than they know what to do with and a growing economy. It's like a double whammy for them. You know what I mean? Places you want to be if you want a fresh start and maybe a new or better job. Today we're looking at cities with good jobs and what looks like a good future. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 15, Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome to the land of country music and hot chicken. Nashville's economy is singing a sweet tune with job growth at 3.7% last year in 2023. The healthcare and music industries are headliners here, providing a steady beat of employment opportunities. And let's not forget those bachelorette parties. Somebody's got to keep those pedal taverns moving. I'm sure some of you are a little confused that the music industry is a big part of employment in Nashville. Well, it's not just singers and musicians. There's a whole bunch of people that go into making modern music or any music. Studio engineers, agents, managers. Now, there's considerable less people that are involved in the music industry than, let's say, back in the 90s or 2000s with computers and AI and all that. But the music industry still employs a lot of people, not just singers and bands. If you take a look at the grand scale of things, let's say a giant concert like, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Besides the few hundred that work for her full-time, every single concert, they employ 400 to 500 additional people, with some of the larger stadiums needing about 700 temporary workers. So yeah, the music industry does play a big role in Nashville's employment numbers. But like I said, the top industries in Nashville are healthcare, music, education, and tourism. Fun fact, Nashville has more than 180 recording studios and over 5,000 working musicians in that city alone. Nashville has a population of almost 700,000 residents. That's the city itself, not the whole metro area. And their median household income is $80,000. 14, Salt Lake City. If you're looking for a city that has a mountain of job opportunities, look no further. Salt Lake City is not only great for skiing, but it's also for scoring top-notch jobs. Tech giants and financial firms are flocking there faster than snowboarders in fresh powder, leading to a 2.8% job growth rate. Salt Lake City's become very popular over the last decade. And before you leave your comment, it's not just Californians moving to Salt Lake City. They get a lot of people from Texas, Wyoming, Idaho, Kansas, Nebraska, and Arizona. Fun fact, Salt Lake City has one of the highest concentrations of tech startups per capita in the United States right now. They have a population of about 205,000 residents, with the metro area having somewhere around 1.2 million. The median household income here is $90,000, and the top industries are tech, finance, and outdoor recreation. Number 13, Charlotte, North Carolina. Known as the Queen City, Charlotte reigns supreme in the banking sector, with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and a few other banks calling it home. Job growth is pretty decent at 2.9%, plus the barbecue scene's pretty solid here too. I always bring up barbecue because I love barbecue. Just one more reason to put Charlotte on your career map if you ask me. I mentioned this recently, but an odd number of YouTube creators that I know of and know personally have moved to North Carolina, Charlotte being one of the hot spots for them. There's a really nice area that I like north of Charlotte called the Lake Norman area. We looked at some property up there, never pulled the trigger on it, just kind of backed away. But I love it up there. Charlotte's a great place too if you have any kind of medical condition. Charlotte and Raleigh, actually. They're two of the best places in the country for healthcare. Matter of fact, their top industries are banking, healthcare, and energy. Charlotte has a population of about 900,000, with the median household income being about $60,000. Fun fact, Charlotte is the second largest banking center in the U.S., right after New York City. Number 12, Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, look at that, back-to-back North Carolina cities. Part of the Research Triangle, Raleigh is where tech meets tobacco. Yes, I know it's a strange combination, but it's happening. The tech industry is smoking hot here, by the way, contributing to a robust job growth of 3.1%. Bonus, you can impress your friends by saying you've lived in the Research Triangle if you move to Raleigh. That brings us to our fun fact. Raleigh is part of the Research Triangle alongside Durham, Chapel Hill. It's home to numerous tech companies and research institutions. Raleigh has a population of about 480,000 residents, with the entire metro area having about 1.5 million. The median household income here is $91,000. Number 11, Denver, Colorado. Denver's job market is mile high and rising. I know that was a horrible one, but anyway, with a job growth of 2.7%, industries like tech, aerospace, and the weed are higher than the Rockies. Just don't inhale too deeply on your way to work. You'll be fine. Denver has a population of about 227,000 residents, with their median household income being right around $89,000. Fun fact, Denver brews more beer than any other city in the United States, with over 200 different beers brewed daily. But I think Portland still has the most, or maybe it's Oregon has the most breweries. I don't know. I see different facts on that like every single time I research it. Top industries in Denver: aerospace, tech, and the electric lettuce. Number 10, Seattle, Washington. Home to Amazon, Microsoft, and Starbucks. Seattle's economy is caffeinated and coding away. With a 2.5% job growth rate, the city is a techie's paradise. Just bring an umbrella unless your tech gadgets are waterproof. Fun fact, Seattle is the 9th busiest cruise port in the United States. And they're only going up to Alaska. That's actually more cruise ships are going into Seattle than Los Angeles. Seattle's population is about 757,000 residents, with the entire metro area having like 4 million residents. Their median household income is $118,000. I'm telling you, when there's tech jobs, things get expensive. That's because you're getting paid more. Top industries in Seattle are tech, aerospace, and coffee. Number 9, Austin, Texas. Keep Austin weird and employed. That is a good plan. Austin, like Portland, kind of carries that same motto. Keep Portland weird, keep Austin weird. I've heard different stories, but I heard Austin had that saying before Portland. Who knows? But I live in Portland, or just outside of Portland, and I've been to Austin many times, and yeah, they're very similar. It's just one's hotter than the other, it seems like. Austin is known as the live music capital of the world, and it's also a hotspot for tech startups and innovative companies, boasting 3.2% job growth. Plus, food trucks alone are worth the move, I think. That's another thing they have in common. Tons of food trucks in Austin, tons of food trucks in Portland. It's something both cities kind of pride themselves on. Fun fact, Austin hosts the annual South by Southwest Festival, a major event for music, film, and tech industries. I think they're starting to dabble in the creator economy or the creator industry like I am, make videos, Instagram people, things like that. But we will see. Austin has a population of about 978,000 residents, with the entire metro area having about 2.4 million residents. The median household income is about $86,000 a year. Top industries are tech, music, and education. Number 8, San Francisco, California. The Golden State is a golden opportunity. I mean, anywhere you go in the state, just about, you're going to be able to find a good job. San Francisco being the king of places that'll get you a very high-paying job. Downside is the cost of living there is so incredibly high, you need it. San Francisco's tech industry is legendary. With a job growth rate of 2.3%, Silicon Valley continues to churn out jobs faster than you could say IPO. Just be prepared for rent prices. They're as high as your career's potential. Now, Silicon Valley and San Francisco are two different things, but they kind of mesh. San Francisco is also a city that is the county also. It's a city, county all at the same time, which brings them to something weird. Their population, they have two populations. They have three. The entire metro area has a population of about 4.5 million residents. But then if you look at the city's population, you have city and county, which is about 873,000. But if you just look at the estimate from 2022, for the city itself, it says they only have 808,000. It's weird. Never seen that before. The median household income in San Francisco is $146,000. Their top industries, tech, finance, and tourism. I thought for sure these days sidewalk cleanup would be pretty high up there. Fun fact, San Francisco has the highest density of tech startups per square mile than any other city in the world. Now, earlier we talked about the highest per capita, but this is the per square mile one. Number 7, Dallas, Texas. Big D is on the list. They say everything is bigger in Texas, including job opportunities. Dallas is a business hub with a 3.0 job growth rate. From oil and gas to finance and tech, this city's economy is a rarity for southern states. Most southern states and the cities they have, except for a couple places like Raleigh, Charlotte, Atlanta, they're not really grown as much as Dallas. Dallas has a population of about 1.3 million residents, with the entire metro area having about 7.6 million. Yeah, that's a lot. The median household income is about $67,000. Their top industries are finance, tech, and telecommunication. Energy is up there too, but I think that in a lot of cases falls under tech and finance. It's weird. Fun fact, Dallas is home to the largest urban arts district in the United States, spanning 68 acres. Number 6, Orlando, Florida. Orlando isn't just for Mickey Mouse fans. The city's job market is growing at a magical pace of 3.3%, thanks to the booming tourism, healthcare, and tech industries. Plus, where else can you network with a giant mouse? I mean, come on. Why wouldn't you move there? I know I wouldn't move there. Their airport, I don't know what it is. 4 times that I've gone there, all 4 times, we had a pretty rough landing. I've flown into LAX probably 70 times in my life, maybe more. I remember like 2 or 3 rough landings. 4 for 4 is pretty bad. Orlando has a population of about 308,000 residents, with the entire metro area having about 2.6 million. The median household income in Orlando, Florida is $66,000, and their top industries are tourism, healthcare, and tech. Fun fact, Orlando has the 3rd most annual overseas visitors in the United States with 2.92 million. The only cities that beat them, Miami and New York at number 1. That blew me away because I thought Los Angeles would be right behind New York City, but Los Angeles is number 4 with 2.75 million. And Las Vegas only sees 1.66 million. Number 5, Boston, Mass. Boston's not just about baked beans and the Red Sox. It's also a top spot for jobs in education, healthcare, and finance. With a 2.6% job growth rate, this city is wicked good for your career. Now, there's a lot of jokes and a lot of old sayings about the Boston accent. That's one thing you need to be prepared for when you go there, because it's just, I don't know, it just sounds strange, especially if you're from the West Coast. I mean, you could say that about the South too, and Wisconsin, don't you know? But theirs is a little hard to get used to. Boston has a population of about 692,000 residents. The entire metro area is knocking it out of the park with right under 5 million residents. And the median household income is about $89,000. If you want to know what the average household income, now it varies from state to state and city to city, but if you take about 50% of what the median is and add it on, that's usually what the average is going to be, give or take a few percentage points. The top industries in Boston are education, healthcare, and finance. Talked about this recently, but if you don't know, Boston has the most insane collection of outstanding universities in this country. I mean, not just in Boston, the whole metro area. You have MIT, Tufts, Harvard, Boston College, Boston University, the University of Massachusetts, Boston, Bunker Hill Community College, Roxbury Community College, and to the east, one of my favorite universities that I wanted to go to, Brandeis. You know why I didn't go? Because I'm not a good decision maker and I decided to join the military instead. Number 4, Atlanta, Georgia. Hot Atlanta is heating up in the job market with a 3.4% job growth rate. From film and television to tech and logistics, Atlanta's economy has been about as busy as their airport. And yes, you can definitely afford more than just peanuts here. Atlanta, for a popular city that has jobs, it is reasonable. I mean, as far as cost of living goes. It is as important as places like New York City, Los Angeles, Miami, and Boston, but it is half the price of all of those. Now, compared to other southern cities besides Miami and let's say Tampa, yeah, it's a little expensive. Don't compare Atlanta to like Jackson, Mississippi, where you could buy a home for the same price as a used Yugo from the 1980s. My friend had one of those. The air conditioner broke on. We couldn't turn it off. And it was the only thing in that car that worked really well. It's like 90 degrees outside. We're driving around with jackets on. The city of Atlanta has a population of about 510,000 residents, with the entire metro area sitting at about 6.3 million. That's the sixth largest city in the United States right there, or metro area, I should say. The city itself, they're ranked 38th in the nation. First in Georgia, though. The median household income in Atlanta is $77,000. Their top industries are film, tech, and logistics. Fun fact, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is the busiest airport in the world in terms of passenger numbers. Everyone goes through Atlanta. Number 3, San Jose, California. San Jose is a major city you really don't hear about. You hear about Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco when it comes to California. Sure, people in California know all about San Jose. I mean, it's taught in our history books that it was one of our capitals for a short time. Most people just lump it in with San Francisco like they're the same. No, they're very different. They're close to each other, but they're very different. I actually got in a back and forth text with a guy, comment I should say, because I mentioned that before. He's all, everybody knows that San Jose and San Francisco are two different cities. I'm like, yeah, everyone in California knows that. Anyway, we went back and forth. Finally, I said, what city do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play in? He said Tampa Bay. I was all, no, they play in the city of Tampa. There's no city called Tampa Bay. Then I told him, my point is, not everyone knows everything about every state. He deleted his comment, and then he blocked me. But San Jose is the heart of Silicon Valley. San Jose's tech scene is hotter than a computer without a cooling fan. With 2.4% job growth, opportunities in the tech industry are endless here. Just remember, with great jobs comes great household prices, and San Jose's are insane right now. San Jose is losing population. In 2020, they had just over 1 million residents. And in 2023, the estimate is they are about 969,000. They lost close to 40,000 residents in that 3-year period. Now, that's just the estimate right now. They don't have an official number until the next census. The median household income in San Jose is $139,000. And the top industries, obviously, are the tech, education, and of course, healthcare industries. Fun fact, San Jose has the highest concentration of major tech companies in the world, including giants like Apple, Google, and Facebook. I should say the San Jose area. Some of them are just outside of the city of San Jose and some of the suburbs. Santa Clara, Menlo Park, Palo Alto, places like that. Number 2, Phoenix, Arizona. Rising from the ashes of the recession, Phoenix is soaring with a 3.5% job growth rate. The city's economy is hotter than the summer's temperature, with healthcare, tech, finance leading the charge. Sunscreen isn't the only protection you'll need. Don't forget a 401k if you move to Phoenix, because you're probably going to end up retiring there. It's getting expensive. Not terrible like California, but it's getting there. Phoenix has a population of 1.6 million residents, with the entire metro area having about 4.8 million. Yeah, it's big. Not bad for a place that has hardly any water, right? The median household income in Phoenix, Arizona is about $76,000, almost $77,000. Their top industries are healthcare, tech, and finance. Their fun fact is, Phoenix experiences more sunny days than any other metropolitan area in the United States. All right, before we get to number 1, if you're thinking about moving to any one of these cities or any place in the United States, there's a link for a website called Home and Money in the description area below. They can get you in touch with a real estate agent anywhere in the country that'll help you on your home buying journey. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, Columbus, Ohio. Yep, put your teeth back in your mouth, Ethel. I said Columbus, Ohio. Columbus is not just the capital of Ohio, it's the capital of job growth in the Midwest. With a diverse economy that includes education, healthcare, and tech jobs. Their job growth is 2.7%, and their unemployment rate gets below 3% on a regular basis. It's a great place to find a job and maybe catch an Ohio State game. Columbus, Ohio has a population of about 905,000 residents, with the entire metro area having about 2 million. Their median household income is about $76,541. Their top industries are education, healthcare, and insurance. Fun fact, Columbus, Ohio is home to the Ohio State University, one of the largest universities in the U.S., contributing significantly to the local economy and job market. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you'll probably enjoy one of the 2 videos being suggested right now. Go ahead and click one. Go ahead. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Be nice to each other.